We just want our respect. Rob wants his respect. Coach Vogel wants his respect. Our organization wants their respect. Laker Nation wants their respect. And I want my damn respect too.
Why so much disrespect for this man? LeBron Raymond James Sr., also known as King James, Brown, from people who respect someone's work, sweat and tears. But people who do not, they call him Drama Queen, Le Flop, La Queen. Throughout his entire career he has faced adversity, maybe just like the other two basketball legends, if not even more. Who are the people who are looking for every possible reason not to respect this man, this legend, to diminish him? Some even go so far and insult his physical appearance, even though he is a fine piece of chocolate, whole chocolate. Let's take a quick look at his career. Drafted by Cavs with zero chance to fight for the title. But he tried and tried, he and his teammates, since basketball is not an individual sport. Already in his fourth year he was having all-time great games. In Game 5 of Eastern Conference Finals, James notched 48 points with 9 rebounds and 7 assists, scoring 29 of Cleveland's last 30 points, including the game-winning layup with 2 seconds left. That was against the Pistons. Remember that at the time Detroit was considered one of the league's best defensive teams, winning the title 3 years earlier. The Cavaliers went on to win Game 6 and claim their first ever Eastern Conference Championship, earning them a matchup with the San Antonio Spurs in the finals, where they were swept, but baby LeBron and his teammates just couldn't do more. Honorable mention to his teammates. He gave Cleveland 7 years to try to make a team that can fight for the title. They failed miserably. Then he moved to the Miami Heat, announcing his decision on a TV special. Maybe it was a little bit different than people were used to, but LeBron realized how much the role of the media is getting bigger and bigger. He has already been disrespected from some people, but this move increased that number, including Cavaliers fans and owner. In Miami he formed the Big Three together with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. The narrative was as if it was something unheard of, but only a few years earlier Kevin Durant and Ray Allen had joined to Paul Pierce in Boston. And similar things have happened many times throughout history when so-called super teams were formed. In 4 years in Miami he played 4 finals and won 2 titles. Aside from the first final when they lost to Dallas, and where LeBron could really be playing for his game for the first time, he delivered his in the other 3 finals. For all those 4 years, narrative was that Miami was by far the best team and it was a failure to win 2 of the 4 possible titles. But reality is completely different. The first year was a year of trying to make everything fit in, finding good supporting cast for the Big Three. In that time even Big Two because Bosh was struggling. Some people used to call them 2.5 men. Miami failed to secure decent role players, and Dallas had experienced and deep squad, and so underrated. The next 2 years were better, some good players were brought to the task, but Wade's knees were rapidly declining. So when you look at it all the problems Miami had to really put together a great team, 2 titles out of possible 4 are not bad at all. Then he returned to his hometown where he remained for 4 years, and again all the time playing in the finals. He won another title and Cavaliers became first team to overturn 3-1 deficit in the finals. Remember the block? And it was more than it was realistically possible considering injuries of his teammates and adversary in the finals. And J.R. Smith once decided to take it to the hole. He took the Cavs to the hole. And while he was in Cleveland, again narrative was that he can't win anything without superstars. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love were glorified. If they were someone else's teammates, Love would be considered as a stat padder, since Timberwolves were among the worst teams while he was there. And the flat earther, his playing time after Cleveland pretty much speaks for itself. Not to be confused, a phenomenal scorer, a bag full of tricks, but to win the title, something more is necessary.
And the Timberwolves win it in overtime.
In this case, it was LeBron.
Coach Vogel won his respect.
And now he won the title again, after years of Lakers being ridiculed. What more can one do? While he has played in the East was called Eastern Conference. When he crossed to the West, suddenly is strong. Those who do not respect him call him for his defeats in the finals. And the truth is, LeBron won 4 titles, being Finals MVP all 4 times, in a time when basketball is at its heights, adapting his game to many changes throughout his career. How many great players won 4 titles since LeBron joined the league? None. Of 10 finals played, 3 times he had no chance of winning. Just playing the finals was huge success for those teams. 5 times odds were 50-50, or his team was underdog. Just twice he was the clear favorite. And he won both times. So why mention his 6 defeats when in reality only once he failed to deliver? Why not glorify 8 finals in a row and 10 in total? LeBron was not as lucky to be drafted by a great team and well-organized franchise as some great champions from the past were. He must not be disrespected for leaving Cleveland. LeBron Raymond James Sr. is not flawless, but his career can be considered as spotless. Loving husband, great father, friend, teammate, great leader and great champion. Won titles with 3 different teams as a main man, twice playing with J.R. Smith. The only problem is he endangered the pedestals of some other legends, so the fans of those cannot forgive him. Also, Braun is almost perfect specimen of Mother Nature, so people cannot identify with him. How can some chubby who lives on his parents' couch identify with Braun? And Skip Bayless isn't even in conversation for hating LeBron, cause he was pretending all this time. He makes for a living of that kind of narrative. And last but not least, we live in a time where some old values are being lost. Young people growing up playing video games and living on social networks. Real life is slipping out of their fingers, and in real life it takes a lot of sweat and tears, even to get a decent job and not to get 4 rings. So respect someone's success, because it's damn hard to succeed in these days.